Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, where today we're going to be going into doing another reading your comments episode. And what I'm going to be doing this week is actually doing a reading your comments every single day up until Zombie Chronicles comes out. So I'm going to be doing one for each of the maps that are coming out, and we're going to start off with Nacht Der Untoten in this episode right here. And there's probably going to be a few days where I'll do double uploads of this just so I can keep on track, because we have like 6 days until Zombie Chronicles now, but we have 8 maps to cover. So we're going to go start off this episode anyway with Nacht Der Untoten. I have a few comments right here from like Reddit and things, and all the links down in the description below from where I got these comments from. So to start off, we have a comment right here. Anyone else thinks that the new engine will make Nacht unplayable? It's so much easier to be hit in this game, and the way to success in Nacht is by just squeezing by them. Could be a problem. And then we have someone else who replies back by saying, Nacht has always been a unique challenge, and I think that this will just add on to that challenge. So basically I sort of agree with this in a way, because Nacht Der Untoten, when you play it on World at War, it is definitely a map, and it's an experience, it's a challenge, and it's quite hard to honestly get past like round 15. Sometimes even it's hard to get past round 10. You don't have perks, you don't have pack-a-punch weapons, you don't really have an awful lot. You're basically just surviving with whatever you've been given, and that's really that. That's why Nacht Der Untoten is such a difficult map with all these sort of challenges, as you will. Like, this is why it's such a challenging map, is because you just don't have a lot to survive with. And what this person is basically saying here is that because of the new engine, the zombies hit a lot faster. In World at War, the zombies are quite slow, so you can easily sort of walk past them, and they will sort of be quite delayed when they go to hit you. In Black Ops 3, they are very fast, and they can easily triple swipe you if you have 2 zombies right next to you. So this could make the experience of Nacht Der Untoten quite different to what we were used to in World at War. Nacht again. So this is quite a short comment, but it basically says everything. The thing is that we've had Nacht Der Untoten in World at War, obviously is the original. We had it in Black Ops 1 when we had it in sort of the remastering of the Resurrection like map pack DLC. We had it in Black Ops 2 in Transit for like the little part of Transit. We had it in Black Ops 3 in Revelations, and we also now have it in Black Ops 3 again for Zombies Chronicles. That's 5 times that we've had Nacht Der Untoten across the entire like Zombies time of like 9 years or whatever. 5 times is quite a lot to have one map, to be honest. And in one perspective, I can see where this person is coming from. The fact that Nacht Der Untoten, because it's quite bare bones, it is obviously quite simple, so it's quite boring, and this probably won't give us much of an experience in terms of like the map pack itself. And the fact that we've already had this quite a few times already, this isn't going to feel like anything new, especially now we've had it on Revelations already. We've already experienced Nacht Der Untoten on the new graphics. He doesn't feel like obviously that this is sort of worth into the DLC. And to be honest, my opinion with this is that this is the worst map in the entire 8 like selection they've chosen for the Zombie Chronicles to have remastered. But at the same time, I've got to give it to Jason Blundell. He explains it as because it is the first map, the entire Zombies storyline release, the Zombies sort of like time when they made this map, and he told the story about how this was a map that was made from sort of the love from Treyarch, because this was like something that was sort of cut off from the campaign and whatnot. Because this map means so much to the developers and everything, this is one of the reasons why it means so much to them, and this is why they have to include it into this. There could not be like an ultimate sort of Zombies Chronicles sort of remastering of a load of maps without Nacht Der Untoten. And I totally get that, and I actually really appreciate their opinion on it. I have a good feeling that Nacht will not have any gums or perks. I just don't think that Treyarch would go down that level of easiness. My idea is that Nacht Der Untoten will have gum machines, probably 1 in each room maybe, or maybe all like in the whole map it will probably have 2 or 3 machines at most. In terms of perks, now if you try and imagine, because Nacht Der Untoten has 3-4 rooms in the entire map, if you try and imagine having like 6, 7, 8 perks in like the entire map, you're going to have at least 2 perks in each room. There might even be 1 room with 3 perks. It will be very sort of claustrophobic, it will be very crammed and filled up with like a load of stuff that isn't originally there. It probably just wouldn't look right. So what I feel like they're going to do, if anything, either no perk machines whatsoever, and you have to get all your perks from like gum machines, or what they could do is implement 1 or 2 Wonder Fizz machines, and then you can get your perks from these Wonder Fizz machines, and obviously it will be the 9 perks from like Gorod Krovi or Dazed, you know, the Black Ops 3 map. So this is what I strongly feel like, and out of the 2, I honestly feel like they're going to put in the Wonder Fizz machines into like Nacht Der Untoten, so where the mule kick machine was in the spawn room in Black Ops 1, I feel like that will be one location of a Wonder Fizz machine. I feel like a second location of Wonder Fizz machine could go pretty well upstairs, sort of like where the sort of hand grenades are, opposite that, some in that room somewhere maybe. And Yeah, I just feel like that would be the route they go down, especially in a map like Nacht Der Untoten, where there just isn't that much room to put like random pet machines everywhere. Nacht would be fun with gobblegums, would add to the craziness. And this is definitely true. I mean, you think about the amount of gobblegums we have and the amount of things that they can do. Nacht Der Untoten is quite a dull and boring map, so maybe by having these gobblegums, something simple like Newtonian negation or whatever the name of it is, where the zombies, when they get shot and killed, they float up to the ceiling. Something like that will just make it a bit more funny, or a bit more just like cool to play the map, or just different to what we were used to in World of War. That would actually be pretty cool to use these goblins in this situation, and having things like Perkaholic, having things like self-medication is going to make this map a lot easier as well. But at the same time, if you choose that you want to play this map with the true experience, then obviously you don't need to use the gobblegums, and then you can just see how far you can survive with a 3-hit system with sort of better guns really, because apparently that they're going to use the Black Ops 3 guns with a few guns brung back. So we're not going to have the Springfield, or we're not going to have like the Kar 98 or any of the other really bad weapons really. I think it's going to only be gobblegums to upgrade, which is a bit of a shame to some. It doesn't really bother me because I have a bunch of wall powers and crate powers, but it sucks for people who do not play a lot or play local, creates an imbalance big time. What he's basically saying here is about like upgrading weapons. Again, like I was talking about the perk machines, I don't really know where they could stick like a pack-a-punch machine. I just don't know where it would go well. Now, while researching, getting like all of these sort of comments that I was going to like screenshot and put up in this video and whatnot, I did see a few people talking about Noah apparently mentioning that the sort of sniper cabinet, apparently that is the new pack-a-punch. Now, if that is, then that's pretty cool, using something that was already there that was originally quite useless, because that sniper was a pretty bad gun, as well as the fact that like it cost you a lot, it replaced your weapon and everything. I just didn't like the idea of that sniper cabinet. But replacing that, so it's not a sniper anymore, but instead you've got like this thing as a pack-a-punch machine. Not only have they sort of remodeled the pack-a-punch machine, if that's the case, but it's just a pretty cool idea for like space and use of space and whatnot. So if that's the case, then I would be totally down with that. If not, then I can't really see the actual pack-a-punch machine being anywhere on Nacht Der Untoten. But if it is, then that's pretty cool. And if it's not on there, then obviously, like this guy is saying right here, you have to do it via wall power or crate power. Which I'm also quite interested actually in seeing the pack-a-punch camos on these maps, especially Nacht Der Untoten and maps that didn't really originally have a pack-a-punch. And for the last comment we have here for today's episode of Nacht Der Untoten, we have, I really hope that the only World War maps that they do are Verrückt and Shinonuma. We don't need another Nacht. And this is what I was talking about earlier on, about the whole Nacht has been remastered 5 times, and this comment was obviously put up before they were sort of officially announced. But he was talking about Verrückt and Shinonuma, which are also obviously maps that I'll be going into sort of tomorrow and the next days that follow. This is a second person who has the same opinion about what I do as well, so that's technically 3 people so far, just by looking at comments, who doesn't really feel the need to have Nacht. And what I feel like they should have done, and I know it probably would have been hard for them because of the whole bringing the actors back in, but Mob of the Dead would have been so much better than Nacht Der Untoten in terms of replayability, and in terms of just like people who have not played Mob of the Dead before, they would have had so much fun with that map, like being remastered. Like it would be unbelievable. Like, trying to think about the amount of fun you could have had on that map, as opposed to Nacht Der Untoten. That's just my opinion on it, because like I say, I don't really feel like Nacht Der Untoten is like the best map to bring in terms of gameplay or even storyline into Zombies Chronicles. But like I said earlier on, I do appreciate and I do understand the reasons why they did bring it back in. So thank you so much for watching this video. Like I say, I will be doing these other 7 maps as well as the days progress. I'll probably be doing a few days with double uploads as well, so look out for that. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and leave a like rating, and also comment your thoughts down below on this map or any of the maps in general. I might add yours into the next episode. And also go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're new around here for more Zombies content. I'll be live streaming Zombies Chronicles when it's out on May 16th. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.